Hey friends, Saturday morning, Mokarano here. Gonna go for a ride. I can't wait. I thought I was gonna get up a little earlier than I did this morning, but man, I was tired. I went to San Antonio, see the grandbabies yesterday, and you know how it is. Best laid plans. So anyway, kind of a nice day. It's overcast. It's cooler. It's gonna make for a great ride. I think I'm gonna head over to Center Point down 173, and there's a little road that runs by the river there. And then I'm going to, I think, take 480 down south and west, and it's going to hook back up to 173 and maybe come home. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to ride the 2002 Honda CBR 1100 XX Blackbird as usual because that's what I have to ride. Anyway, hey, hope we have a safe trip. We'll pray for that. And thanks for coming along. We will see you on the ride soon. Bye-bye. Well, we've got a beautiful day. I'm going to put my gloves on and get going. My racer feeling gloves. Nice gloves. If you don't have a pair, well, you might want to think about getting some. Or another model of racer gloves. They've got a bunch. Everything seems to be working. Zip up the old tank bag. Drop it into first gear. Let's see if we can go down this nice little dirt road. And away we go. So you can probably tell by the intro to this video that I didn't spend a great deal of time on my looks this morning, and the reason being that I got up too late, and it's not going to matter anyway. Once I get my helmet on, I'm going to look like heck. So yeah, I'm not that vain, so I just don't care. I do need a haircut though. I'll work on that next week. All right. Ooh. Looks like some dark clouds ahead. Oh, we don't get rain, but you know, whatever. It's not the end of the world if we do. We do a quick check for traffic, and I see nothing. Rained a little bit last night, I hear. I slept through it, as usual. I could sleep through a marching band. Let's see what this Toyota truck wants to do. I think I will get in front of this white car. And that's how we do that. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And boy, do I have a lot of power when I'm on this bike. Everybody with a liter bike knows what I'm talking about. You know, it's not that a smaller bike, you know, smaller displacement bike, 600, 650, they're very, very fast, but oh man, there's nothing that beats torque, good old torque. And the lower in the rev range you get it, the
better you are, at least on a street bike, in my opinion. And the Blackbird's not too bad with that regard. It's certainly nothing like a KTM Super Duke, something like that. Big V-twins, got power everywhere, but this has plenty of get up and go. We're just going to head down South 173 and pick up a road to the left, go to Center Point. It's a road I haven't been on before. Actually, I had the wife on the back one day and I said, hey, let's check out that road. And it didn't work out. It had rained a lot and the road was flooded, so we just turned around because this is not an adventure bike. And it's also heavy, so if I got stuck in the middle of whatever, it wouldn't go well for me. Well, let's see. These nice people are moving over. It could be our road right there, but I don't think so. I think it's down past Lower Turtle Creek Road. Yeah, I know it is. Access storage. If you don't want to store things there, you can buy a shed and store them on your own property. How handy is that? You want an ugly little shed on your property. Now we're in back of a Honda Element. I know speed isn't one of the elements it possesses, apparently, because we are stuck behind it. But it's all good. They're enjoying the scenery. And, we won't get uptight about that. Especially when there's so many other things to get uptight about, right? On a motorcycle ride, we're not going to stress unless somebody does something profoundly stupid, and then we probably won't worry about that either, because that's a common occurrence when you're riding a motorcycle. You get used to it. No point in getting upset about anything unless it kills you, and then, well, you know, can't get upset about it. So we made our turn, obviously, unless you fell asleep, you watched me do it, and like a fair amount of Texas roads that I've been on, this one is bumpy. Beautiful country, but man, the roads, geez, pretty bumpy. But that's what suspension's for, right? And I can feel my bike. The Blackbird has a certain feel to it. Right around $4,000. And it's a very smooth bike, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's smooth everywhere. It's probably smoother in fourth than a lot of other bikes are in top gear, but it's smoother in other parts of the rev range than 4. 4 is just kind of, you just know when you're at it, and I shift, which is pretty low. This bike redlines at 11,000, RPM. So 4 is still pretty lazy, but I shift usually, between 4 and 5. I don't beat on this bike. I take it easy. What's the point? If I was 18 years old, I'd probably be beating on it, but I'm not. Anyway, here's where we had to turn around the other day, so let's see what happens here. Oh, nuts. Look at that. Well, that is no so good. That is not so good, man. Could we make it? Oh boy, who didn't say that, right? We've got whole videos on that. So we are going to turn around and try to do a famous 3-point turn. And we've got to get off the bike because it's uphill. And this bike is one heavy beast. Yeah, I know some of you could turn around without doing that, but I'm not you. Well, man, you know what? Hey, that's life. We all have plans in life, and then, best laid plans, Men plans, God laughs. So, it's not the end of the world. Texas Hill Country riding, beautiful day. So we're not going to go where we wanted to go, but I don't really care that much. I'm flexible. So what I'll do is backtrack and we'll head back to 173. I think it's also called Veterans Highway. And slow down for the locals, just in case. Now you never know. People like bikes, they don't like bikes, and they can do some aggressive things. So we don't need the drama. Especially being how little we are and vulnerable. The battle between a motorcycle and a car or a truck is usually doesn't end well for the motorcycle. So I use my power when I can, but when I have no power, I don't use it. That's profound, isn't it? All right, a little head check here. Try not to give you whiplash, video whiplash. Temperature's just right. I don't have a really hot jacket on, don't really have a cool jacket on. It's just kind of a middle of the road thing, and not the most expensive piece of gear in the universe, but it covers me up. And I like that part of it. fussing with my audio cable. I don't know. I think it came loose. Well, loose from my helmet, but I can see it in my mirror, my rearview mirror, kind of flapping around. You know, when I got off the bike, I didn't think about that. So what I have is I've got a little lavalier mic, and I've got it taped to the inside of my helmet, and where the wire's coming out, I had a piece of Gorilla tape taping it to the bottom of my helmet, just in case it got tugged, it wouldn't get tugged all the way out. And then I got to snake down my jacket this time and through a nice little hole in my tank bag that I think was meant for some sort of hydrating device. And so I've got my voice recorder in the tank bag on this trip, because really kind of a pain in the neck to have it in my jacket like I usually did, trying to turn it on and off. It's just anyway, I'm learning this moto vlogging stuff is it's got a lot of little issues you have to deal with, and not remembering that you're tethered to your audio device is one of those. So I just hopped off the bike to push it there. We got to that water crossing and pulled it loose. So I suppose it could be worse, and our turn is right up here anyway to the left. So I'm going to stop and fuss with that and just cut it out of the video, if you don't mind. And here we are on Camp Verde. Cool. Just wanted to see what this is like. And we'll keep going down the road a little bit. I turned too soon. There were some Harley boys. We're going to turn right here. I'm going to check my cable, my wire. I could have done it right there too, but that would have been thinking, and gosh, you don't want to do too much of that ever, right? Anyway, and it's not so hot that I can't deal with this. Okay, I'll be back in a few. Hello again, I'm back. There wasn't anything wrong except the cable was pulled out. Everything's still attached, so hey, but you know what? It pays to be careful. Anyway, well, let's get going. Bison. You know, seeing one of those bison doesn't make me want to kill it, or all of them. I don't know. People sure are stupid sometimes. I do not understand that. Killing all the buffalo. It's a real lapse in intelligence there. Anyway, so now they're making a comeback. Now, while I was fussing with my my audio, there's a pickup truck pulling a trailer of scrap, like aluminum scrap, that went by, and so I'm in no hurry to catch up with that, because a piece of that comes off that trailer and it's like a whirling razor blade. Giant whirling razor blade, and I've had it happen before, so it is no fun. big 4x6 sheet of aluminum siding comes spinning towards you at about 60 miles an hour and wedges between your front cowl and your fender, like it did me. Luckily, I didn't wreck the bike. Got it slowed down and pulled it loose. Scary stuff. A lot of scary stuff can happen to you on the road on a motorcycle, that's for sure. Gotta be prepared, but it's worth it. You heard me. It's a little windy today. Well, what do you think of the road so far? Kind of a nice little country road, don't you think? I mean, it's not fantabulous or anything like that, but yeah, it just makes for a nice little ride. Got some decent corners. Not the super duper elevation changes you get on some of the other roads around here in Texas Hill Country, but just a pretty little escape. And like I've said in other videos, roads can just look and feel different going one way than the other. Hello, Mr. John Deere tractor. And this one will have a different look too. And I'm glad the sun is not out, because that can affect you too if you're riding right into the sun. It doesn't make for good video. You can see I'm going pretty slow through here, because I don't want to catch up to that truck and trailer, unless he's already turned off somewhere, but who knows, I don't know that. See, you get some nice sweepers on this road. Speed limit 55, so no one's going anywhere fast. Yeah, there's that truck and trailer. You probably can't see it in the video because it's wide angle lens. Doesn't really let you see that long distance. But I see it up ahead. So, Elm Pass Road. I think, you know what? Let's take Elm Pass Road.